right, welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 250. And we already have a chat. Gaming Triadcraft says hello. How's it going? So, it's once again time for the daily update. Alright, and once again, there are no updates today. No new information on the supposed appeal to the landlord's loss. There's 4 new sponsored block types in the store. And today I worked on the next long form video. And as typical, we will continue today with work on the terminal block mining simulation game. Orthoplex 64, how's it going? So last stream I started to make some progress on setting up the cursor position for the input area that I'm working on. Maybe I'll figure out why this doesn't work. It must be some encoding issue. And let's make this bigger. DWT Life says, Robert, how's it going? Robert, aren't you tired by this time? It's 4:01 here. It's currently 10:02 p.m. here. So we're 6 hours away. Right, that's what I expect. Now what if I do this? Interesting. Why did I bring 4 of them? What you doing? I'm working on a user interface feature that will allow me to input text. So like a text area, basically. And I'm debugging why when I input a Unicode character, it doesn't work. Oh wow, we got a super sticker, a happy hippo, I guess. Those are so random. I wonder how YouTube decides what they're going to put. Thank you very much to Jojo for the $10. Lucky Loot Tube. Hey Robert, seems like you are a very skilled software engineer. Ever consider entering the live streaming field and create tools for live streaming? There's much potential there. It's possible. I kind of thought, I guess if I was going to do that, it would probably make sense to make some of my own stuff. Like I have actually looked a bit into like the existing stuff. Like I honestly I should improve my own setup here, because like right now you can't even see the title of my stuff. And it'd be nice to have the series is raising funds for world domination, so it'd be great if I had the running total displayed on screen, or like the running total of members and stuff. But I don't have the bandwidth to get through that. I have the last video I put out. That video took a ton of time. And I don't know, honestly, it didn't perform that well, but it was, I kind of really wanted to just get everything recorded once and for all. So if people ask me in the future what happened, everything is in that video. But next, after I finish the next long form video, then I will probably also step back again and contemplate. Yeah, maybe there's so many things I could do. I could work on the live streaming setup I could work on. Try to get the Shopify Store monetized with Google Merchant Center, because Google Merchant Center disabled it, so now I can't sell through YouTube. I could do more long form content. I could do a podcast. There's too many possibilities. Keep up the good work. I will. There's a menu of options. Honestly, all the options are super random. Animated peaches, lemons, and pears. Random. Also, countdown to world domination. Yeah, I think that would be good too. Dominate my world, Daddy Elder. Well, once I get the financing, then I'll be able to. I guess that would be a niche you may try, because live streaming is huge. Maybe you can improve the functionality of specific tools while streaming. Yeah, I think it could make sense if I developed some stuff like that just organically out of my own work. The thing is, there's so many things you can do. Like there's so much work that I do where I do it and it works. I get it working, but then it's not. Doesn't change the world. Nobody really uses it. It just kind of sits there, and I think there's probably a ton of live streaming tools and stuff like that are just put out there as like open source. They're just in a GitHub repo and nobody actually uses them. Or like if they are used, nobody wants to pay for it. Because like I don't even want to OBS and all that kind of stuff. Like that would be a huge amount of work to actually make OBS. It's kind of amazing that they make and maintain that and give it away for free. I hope you are well in mind, body, and spiritus. Yes, indeed I am. Nice and it's good and snowy outside. I'm nice and warm inside, and I got some tea here, some Earl Grey tea. Okay, let's do another experiment. So the fact that it prints 4 times is not what I expected. Did I do the rock or the log last time? EF, BF, BD. Don't have to recreate OBS. You can write cool plugins for OBS. It costs $10. If it's a good product, nobody will mind paying for it. I could. But then again, a lot of that stuff is think the people who make money at that stuff are make that kind of their whole focus. I think it's probably not winning in that kind of area. It's probably not just about making a good plugin or something, but also like understanding the economics of the plugin ecosystem and stuff. I actually don't even know where you would sell that, and to get the distribution on it. There probably is some kind of like plugin marketplace. And then you'd also have to think about, like, I don't know, maybe the way to do it would be to get like a famous streamer to use something, and then that would get you free advertisement. But just like anything in business, it's to succeed at it and make a lot of money is a lot of work. I think if I made something, like I've been I live streamed for the past 250 days. I actually don't even know where I would go to buy some kind of plugin. I guess maybe I think it's Streamlabs. I know you can pay them for like I have their app on my phone. That's how I stream. And you can have a paid plan. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have some like app ecosystem or something. But I still can't even figure out how to get the alerts to work on my phone. I don't know if they're broken or what. What would you say is the difference in your wildly popular CPU video or the less popular videos? That's a good question. To be honest, over time, I've actually started to think more that like there's like someone or something behind the curtain. Like there is explicit manual release of certain videos. Like certain video, someone clicks on the video who is of some particular, I don't know, person at YouTube, or I mean, there's certainly interested parties who want to see more like American manufacturing of CPUs. So maybe that's part of what's going on there. Honestly, the more time I spend on YouTube, the more unnatural basically all of the metrics seem. Like the whole algorithm is just really, really insane and not transparent. If you ask me, main difference is CPU video. It's very funny. Yeah, I think there are some like obvious differences, like that one. Having said that, though, personally I don't think it explains the extreme variation, like the fact that I understand why it's better than my other videos, but there's a lot of other videos that I have that I think are also pretty good videos, but they get they don't even get like 1% as many views. Like the number of views is like there's some other component there in the weighting scale. Or I guess it may even be like there's like just a very small number of videos that are actually allowed to kind of break past a certain point. So it's like a kind of, it's some like hyper log scale thing where if your video is in the top 1% of videos, then it gets to like get millions of views. But if it's below that, then it gets like nothing. But it's also there's other channels too that the performance of certain channels is like for certain channels, every video they post gets about the same, gets like 1 or 200,000 views. But then on mine, like some of the video, like the last 10 almost videos get like less than 10,000 views on my channel. And I think I can understand that some of them are not as good as some of the past ones, but and then the other thing too is the the views on the how to make CPU video for the first like 2 years, that video had less than, it took like 2.5 years or something for it to get 60,000 views. And then now it, and then over the next like couple of weeks, it got like 2 million views. So clearly there's something else. Like, it's not just about how good the video is. Robert, don't know if you heard of Ratchet and Clank, but do the real life Clank in the best way possible. I think, is that Ratchet and Clank? Is that a video game? I think I've heard that phrase, Ratchet and Clank. I don't know what it is though. I have to assume it's something about robots. Yeah, it rings a bell. It makes me think of like an old Super Nintendo video game or something. Okay, let's try debugging more of this input. Interesting. No matter what character I input, I get a bunch of these EFBF characters. It's a video game. Your video scripts always remind me of him. I'll have to Google that if I remember it. That must be the Unicode character for that, like, malformed Unicode character. Why would it be? Why would it split it up like that? That makes sense, maybe. So I'm using Stack Overflow in 2025. Yeah, I actually still I'll skip over the AI suggestion a lot of times, because at least I know if it's upvoted on Stack Overflow, it's probably actually correct. Look at that. Now when I type A, it's broken. All right, now it's very broken. Maybe it's getting broken up somewhere. This could be a few different things. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It might be splitting it up and then sending it. Yeah, I think that's the issue. I'm extracting this from the buffer, the input buffer, 1 byte at a time. So it's splitting up the Unicode characters, and then it's trying to take each byte and interpret it incorrectly. how can I do this without breaking everything? this might work. All right, we'll see if that works. Now, if this has bugs, this will cause very subtle deadlocks and breakage in completely unrelated parts of the application. It'll probably mess up the terminal and all sorts of stuff. How's game coming along? It's coming along. I'm working on an input feature. Let's see. Okay, that's good so far. Now let's see what happens if I try to input one of these blocks. I'll do the rock one. I think that's a pretty basic one. No, still broken. keyboard input. Okay, so there's characters. Oh, that's why. I have another thing here that's breaking them up. That's annoying because I kind of almost needed like awareness. I need to actually like parse the character itself. I guess I can use that other function that I had. Yeah, that'll work. right, let's see what that does. Ali I8 says hi. Happy New Year. It's not New Year yet. We still got still another day, I think, isn't there? Wish you all a successful year. Thank you very much. Same to you as well. Now, because of that change, I'm going to have to update this in all of the other frame classes. But theoretically, once I make that change, then I should be able to send Unicode characters to every frame. I have to confess, I don't know which language or IDE I'm looking at. This is Java in Vim, which I guess throws some people off because not many people code Java in Vim. Right, hopefully this doesn't break everything. Now I'm watching the intro vid you've made. The intro. Which one is that? the plans for world domination. That's good. Get more people on board with the program. Oh man, so many changes. It's not going to go out there. I'm also working with OBS streaming Unreal Engine tutorials. I'm working also with OBS streaming Unreal Engine tutorial. Okay. Neat. Yeah, streaming. I guess I don't know. I could do more like scripted streamed content, but I've kind of thought that the main point of streaming seems to be about the live interactivity part for most like educational stuff. I find it's always I always tend to want to, like, if I'm going to script it at all, I want to like spend a lot of time scripting it so that it's like super polished, and it's like I can like cut out all the mistakes. But I guess honestly YouTube doesn't necessarily seem to reward that as much as it used to. saw a few videos recently, people talking about how they just don't make tutorials as much anymore because they don't get views. I wouldn't mind making more of them, but it makes sense that there's my favorite command series. Those videos don't really get much revenue. You can make clips. Yeah, I should. Actually, it's been on my to-do list to make clips of some of the live streams. I have enough of them now. But I just don't even have time to do that. To be honest, I'm so much using ChatGPT and Gemini. So much now, I'm drowned. Should definitely try it out. Yeah, it's on my to-do list. I haven't been doing as much coding lately. It's mostly been just the stuff I do on stream. But that is also high up in the to-do list among the other things people recommended I do, like working on streaming plugins and stuff. And in its infancy, but kind of fun. Yeah, I looked into it a few times, but the plugins were always people always complained that the plugins and stuff weren't working and the integration was bad. But I think a lot of the bugs have probably been ironed out of that stuff now. Okay. Excellent. The menu is not broken. Escape still works. That's good. Now the moment of truth. Will this work? Okay, that looks better. Maybe it's going to work now. Nice, it actually works now. Now let's try that one, which uses a variation selector. All right, excellent. That's what I want. All right, that's a great milestone to leave off with tonight. So we got, there was kind of a design flaw, long existing design flaw with input, multi-byte input characters, which I guess there was never any reason for that to work until now. So now I can basically type whatever in those text areas. So the next things to do will be fix the moving around and put backspace and all that stuff. How's weather in Kitchener? It's snowing out. We're in very deep winter now. Very dark and cold and windy. But I think the 22nd, that was the darkest day of the year. So every day it's going to get a little bit brighter, and I guess we haven't mid-February. That's usually the coldest weather, and then after mid-February it'll get warmer and brighter every day. TBR STU 1234 says hello. How's it going? You love snow? I thought it was pretty cool when I was a kid, but the older I get, the less I enjoy the winter. I already got my fill of winter as a kid. Now I'm always waiting for the summer. All right. I guess that's it for this stream. So we'll be back. We'll be back again tomorrow for day 251, when we will continue with getting the text area working. There's not too much. It's not a super complicated feature. I'll probably make it work. Like while I'm just mentally focused on it now, I'll probably make it work with like multi-column or multi-line input. And then once that works, then I'm going to use the feature. The first use of the feature will be for opening up a connection dialog to to open a world connection. And then I can start testing like a prototyped implementation of connecting, of like, I'll maybe make it, I guess I could start by just making the workflow. It starts up just on that screen where there's nothing open, and then there's no map area or anything. It just says like press escape to open a frame. Then you do open world connection. So it'll create a connection to a world. And then the next behavior will be whenever I open a frame that requires an associated like client, it'll ask which client do you want to open the frame in. And if there's only one connection to a world, it'll open it in that one automatically. But if there's multiple, it'll ask you. But that'll be for the future. All right, have a good night, guys.